Good evening, everyone. I would like to call this meeting to order at 6:03 p.m. Dr. Yuen, may you lead us in the flag salute?
Yes, everyone please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Yuen. Next, I would like to call on legal counsel.
Thank you, President Gutierrez. Before that, can we take roll call for the record, please?
Yes, of course. Thank you. Let's see who is present. Vice President Ramirez. Clerk Cabrera. I believe she will not be attending tonight. Board Member Magaña.
Present.
Board Member Uribe.
Present.
And I'm present as well.
Okay, very well. For members of the public who may wish to provide public comment in real time during tonight's meeting, we direct you to the instructions under item number 5 on tonight's agenda. However, just so that the public is aware, please ensure to provide public comment at the designated time for public comment by dialing 323-887-7900, extension 2494, or by clicking the raise hand button on the Zoom application or dial *9 to raise your hand from a phone. If members of the public dial in telephonically and the line is busy or goes straight to voicemail, please hang up and try again. Public speakers may choose but need not identify themselves to the Board of Education. However, if any follow-up may be required, providing contact information is encouraged. Accordingly, members of the public should be prepared to identify themselves, provide contact information, and the agenda matter they wish to address. Further, the board may limit the overall time of public comment to no more than 30 minutes or limit the time per speaker to 1 minute for purposes of efficiency to ensure the district can carry on with its business as agendized. Again, for further directions and information, please refer to item number 5 on tonight's agenda.
Thank you, legal counsel. Next is approval of the minutes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion. I'll second that.
Perfect. Roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Board Member Magaña.
Aye.
Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. Dr. Garland, are there any modifications to the agenda?
Yes, good evening, Madam President. Item 7E was revised. A copy has been provided to you and a copy has been uploaded to the website for the public. Item 9A6 and 9B9, copies have been provided to you and copies have been uploaded to the website for the public.
Thank you, Dr. Garland. Is there a motion to approve the agenda with the modifications as directed by Dr. Garland?
Motion. Oh,
I heard two. Was that Board Member Magaña? And the second, I didn't.
I'll second that.
Okay, perfect. Roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Board Member Magaña.
Aye.
Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. Next is the Los Angeles County Office of Education comments. Mr. Bill McGuire.
Madam President, thank you. We'd like to congratulate the board and the administration for moving forward in hiring several key management positions in business services in the last couple of weeks, and think that will be going a long way to resolving issues within the district. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. McGuire. Next is public comment. Legal counsel, is there any public comment?
President Gutierrez, we did not receive written public comments for tonight's meeting. However, Dr. Yuen, do we have any public comments that were either pre-registered or are prepared to comment in real time?
Yes, we have 2 who pre-registered, so we'll start with that and then we'll move down the list to see if anyone raises their hand. All right, so we'll first start with Jessica Zawal, and the topic is on collaboration. All right, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening. I wanted to take the opportunity to thank the Friends of the MUSD Foundation. They helped our Baptist students make lemonade out of lemons. They stepped up and provided the funding for tents and lights that created a beautiful and protective environment for our MHS choir. They were able to perform and our community was able to enjoy in a professional looking setup. Our students, our parents, our community, they deserve this. I know our Baptist teachers advocated for support months ago, but it was the foundation that rose up to the occasion with their donation. I encourage our community and you, our leaders, to donate to the foundation because they are truly helping our students. SAPA participation is helping our students become college and career ready. Thank you to our Laco Community Schools for hosting the free holiday shopping spree this past Saturday. They collaborated with the Carol Project, the students, the teachers, classified, and site admin to provide an event that allowed our unaccompanied minors and homeless population to shop in a thrift store for free, get a blanket and gift cards. Look at what amazing things can happen when we work together. I wanted to remind you that our school district is made up of 89% Title I students, the neediest students in the state. School board, interim superintendent Skavarna, and executive cabinet, you are our leaders. Our students need you to remember that you have a moral, ethical, and legal responsibility to make sure that they get the services and support that they need to support their learning. Stop being the barrier. Stop letting our students down. Work with your collaborators, students, teachers, classified parents, and admin so that we can create social, emotional learning environments where our kids shine, thrive, and earn success. We are supposed to be working towards closing the achievement gap, helping our English learners and ensuring that our students are college and career ready. How? If the processes are stalling the efforts from getting to our students. Help us help our students. It's time to value your employees again. Stop acting like employees are bothering you when we advocate for our students. Review the processes. Do it for our students because that is what is supposed to be happening. Board members, start asking questions. Start demanding explanations. Our kids need you. Lastly, I want to wish you and our community peace, love, and joy this holiday season and always. Thank you.
All right, next we have Marina Martinez Smith calling about late pay, substitutes, and security.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, Ms. Uribe, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Skavarna, Dr. Yowan, and members of the executive cabinet. I hope you are well as those you love. Principal McKiernan told our school this week that our school will thank you for your part in making this happen. Told us this week that our school will be painted, and I would like to thank you for your part in making this happen. I hope that while this is happening, that necessary repairs that are come upon while painting are made and not just covered with a fresh coat of paint. Recently, it was several coats of paint within the girls' restroom that kept water from leaking onto the floor. Student restrooms are still in need of remodeling, and security needed to monitor the restrooms so the remodeling can last. Today, during nutrition, when I passed the boys' restroom, about 50 were inside having a party for TikTok. When they flooded out louder than a parade, 2 boys hustled in to do their business. Our neglected fields are also waiting. Coaches should not have to travel to other schools or reserve parks for games. I would also like to thank everyone responsible for initiating the reimbursement of instructional supplies disposed of during the fumigation sanitation of SURE. Our teachers, students, and programs are awaiting reimbursement so that music, drama, yearbook and newspaper, and cinematography can function at their fullest potential. The substitute shortage is beginning to make SURE unsafe. Once this month, I caught 2 of my all students truant from class attending first lunch. Since security was scarce and we were short substitutes, no one was available to speak with these students. My neighboring teacher was out ill. Because of the substitute shortage, her room was left unlocked, so period by period, substituting teachers, administrators, or counselors could enter the class. 3 times in a single day, I had to tell students to leave the pitch black room where they were hiding. The third time at 6th period, 20 to 25 students ran from the room screaming and kicking over wastebaskets. We need more substitutes and we need more security patrolling the campus to ensure the students are in class. A monumental task, especially because of the block lunch, making it difficult to determine who should be at lunch and who should be in class. Lastly, this evening, I would like to thank you for your continued effort to reimburse teachers for services already rendered 6 months to 1 year ago. At the last Board of Education meeting, it was stated that some teachers, when calling payrolls, needed more common courtesy. The teachers assure high school stand in solidarity with any teacher desiring to call payroll to ask for clarification for what they have been paid if it is not clearly stated on the check. Again, I ask that the standard of paying employees who have time cards submitted by the 25th of the month of service be paid by the 5th of the following month.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that concludes the pre-registered callers, and I'll take a look at the participants to see if there are any hands raised. So far, no hands raised, and then no incoming calls as well.
Thank you, Dr. Yuan and legal counsel. We'll go on to the next item on the agenda. Will be, at this time, we are going to consider item 6A, ratification on the Memorandum of Understanding between the Montebello Unified School District and the California School Employees Association and its Chapter 505 concerning the implementation of the State Health Order. I would like to call on Ms. Hakopian.
Good evening, Madam President Gutierrez, esteemed board members, Superintendent Dr. Scavarna, MUSC leadership, and community participants. The Montebello Unified School District and the California School Employees Association and its Chapter 505 met to negotiate the issues related to the implementation of the state health order requiring staff to vaccinate or test. The MOU dated October 22nd was ratified on November 16 by the California School Employees Association and its Chapter 505 membership, and is hereby presented for the board's review and ratification. We look forward to continued positive and collaborative negotiations with the CSEA and its Chapter 505 membership. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hakopian. Is there a motion to approve this item? Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez?
Aye.
Board Member Magaña?
Aye.
And Board Member Uribe?
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. At this time, we are going to consider item 6B, approval resolution number 14, 2021-2022 in support of the 2022-2023 classified school employees summer assistant program. Ms. Hakopian?
Thank you, President Gutierrez. The district participated in the Classified School Employee Summer Assistance Program, CSAP, offered by the California Department of Education in the 21-22 fiscal year. The CDE has once again apportioned funds for the 22-23 fiscal year for districts to provide participating classified employees up to $1 for each dollar match on amounts withheld from the employees' monthly paychecks during the 22-23 fiscal year. The classified employees pay withheld and the state match funds will be paid by districts to eligible employees in the summer months following the 22-23 fiscal year. I recommend the adoption of the following motion: that the Board of Education approves resolution number 14, 21-22 in support of the Classified School Employee Summer Assistance Program for the 22-23 fiscal year. Specifically, and I'll read you the resolution. Whereas the Montebello Unified School District counts on its bus drivers, food service workers, custodians, instructional assistants, and other classified employees who work during the school year to create a safe and supportive learning environment for its students. And whereas the Classified School Employee Summer Assistance Program is encouraging to the thousands of dedicated school personnel who keep our children safe, healthy, and learning during the school year, yet many find it difficult to make ends meet during the summer recess. And whereas the Classified School Employee Summer Assistance Program will offer workers a way to augment their savings to help them get through the summer months. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Montebello Unified School District fully supports the CSEA Summer Assistance Program and encourages all eligible classified employees to participate in the 22-23 program. The HR office will send out a notification to all classified employees regarding this program before January 1st, 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hakopian. Is there a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
Second. Perfect. Thank you. Let's do roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Board Member Magaña.
Aye.
Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. Legal counsel, I have a question just for protocols. If Clerk Cabrera is not here, is that okay if I skip her name, or should I just call out her name and say she's absent?
You've already indicated in the beginning of the meeting that she will be absent, but for purposes of roll call, go ahead and please do still include her name.
Perfect. Sounds good. I will do so. At this time, we are going to consider item 6C, resolution number 15, authorizing electronic meetings of the Governing Board of Education during a state of emergency pursuant to Government Code Section 54953E. Legal counsel?
Yes, thank you, President Gutierrez, members of the board. This is an ongoing item pursuant to AB 361, allowing the governing body to continue to meet electronically due to the current state of emergency relating to COVID-19. While we last approved the resolution in December 1, 2021, due to the incoming holidays and the next meeting in January, we wanted to reaffirm the resolution so that we could continue to meet under the auspices of AB 361. Accordingly, before you is a resolution reaffirming the emergency and findings to allow the governing board to continue to meet electronically. And that's what's before the board at tonight's meeting. So with that, it is a recommendation that the board approve and ratify resolution number 15 as outlined in agenda item 6C tonight.
Thank you so much, legal counsel. Is there a motion to approve this item? Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, let's do a roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Clerk Cabrera. Absent. Board Member Magaña.
Aye.
Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. At this time, I want to ask, is there any items to be pulled from the consent agenda for any further discussion and or action? Okay, hearing none. Do I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented?
Motion.
Is there a second? Second. Okay, let's do a roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Clerk Cabrera, absent. Board Member Magaña. Aye. Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. The motion is carried. All right, next, let's do any reports, board reports. I would like to call on Vice President Ramirez.
Good evening, everybody. No report.
Perfect, thank you. Next, I will call on Board Member Magaña.
Good evening, everyone. I really wanted to say thank you to our CSEA members. I know that we are going through negotiations, and I just would like to really take the time to thank you all for your hard work and your dedication. You're very much appreciated here in our district. I know that we rely on you all so much, and we all have a lot on our plate. And so just thank you so much for your hard work, for your dedication. You are you are also, part of our education system. You are educators, our students. Some of you play such big roles in our students' lives. And I know that at Sure High School, CSEA played a big role in my life, and you were all great educators to me as well. So just thank you so much for your hard work and dedication. Happy holidays to everyone. Stay warm and take care.
Thank you, Board Member Magana. Board Member Uribe?
Just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and just have a very blessed Happy New Year. I will see you all in 2022. I can't believe that. Have a good Christmas.
Thank you, Board Member Uribe. And for me as well, I just want to wish everyone a very happy holidays and a happy new year. And we'll all see each other when we reconvene from the meeting or next year. At this time, I'd like to have a motion and a second to recess into closed session.
So moved.
All right, let's do roll call vote. Vice President Ramirez.
Aye.
Clerk Cabrera is absent. Board Member Magana
Aye.
and Board Member Uribe.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. We'll go into closed session at this time. Let's give it a minute for Vice President Ramirez to join us. All right, welcome back, everyone. It is now 7 p.m. I would like to reconvene this meeting. Let's see who is present. Vice President Ramirez.
Present.
Clerk Cabrera is absent. Board Member Magaña.
Present.
Board Member Uribe.
Present.
And I am present as well. Legal counsel, please provide a closed session report out.
Yes, thank you, President Gutierrez. At 6:27 p.m., we convened into closed session. Present via video conference or telephonically were President Gutierrez, Vice President Ramirez, Board Member Magaña, Board Member Uribe, Legal Counsel Copado, Dr. Scavarna, Dr. Ewan, Dr. Garland, Mr. Ellingson, Ms. Hakobian, and Mr. McGuire. At 6:28 p.m., Mr. McGuire and members of the Executive Cabinet exited closed session. As to item A1, as listed in the closed session agenda, board members were briefed and updated on this matter by motion carried with a 4-0 vote to approve the settlement agreement. A copy of the settlement agreement will be with risk management. Nothing further to report on this matter. As to item A2, as listed on the closed session agenda, board members were briefed and updated on this matter. Motion carried with a 4-0 vote to approve the settlement agreement. Nothing further to report. As to item A3, again, members of the board were provided with a briefing and an update. Motion carried with a 4-0 vote to approve the settlement agreement. Nothing further to report on that matter. As to item A4, again, members of the board were provided with an update and briefing. Motion carried with a 4-0 vote to approve the settlement agreement. And again, just for the record, board member, I apologize, Board Clerk Cabrera was not present. And item A5, as listed on the agenda, was not discussed, as well as item B, as listed in the closed session agenda, was also not discussed. Closed session discussions concluded at 6:58 p.m., and that concludes my report.
Thank you, legal counsel. It is now 7:02 p.m. Can I have a motion and a second to adjourn tonight's meeting?
Motion.
Second.
All right, roll call vote. Let's, Vice President Ramirez,
Aye.
Clerk Cabrera, absent. Board Member Magaña,
Aye.
Board Member Uribe,
Aye.
and an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. Good night, everyone. Happy holidays.
Good
Happy
night.
holidays. Merry
Good night.
Christmas, everyone.
Everybody.